welcome back to my YouTube channel, Skool Gunner. How are you all getting on out there, guys? I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're doing well, guys. Great to have you along to my stream. I have the day off work again today, so I'm able to make a little bit of content. You know what I mean? Wait, goodness, what? Oh, shit. A second there. But yeah, welcome along to my stream, guys. Greetings. Myself and Gunner's Doors are back in the house. I hope you're all keeping well. And yeah, there it is, guys. Yeah, Kai Havertz, what a surprise. I mean, a bit mad in fairness what was going on recently with him. Hasn't been doing the business for Arsenal at all. Any stretch of the imagination. I had someone guest on my show a few days ago, my main man Stapes, and he is a strong supporter of Mikel Arteta and what Arteta is trying at the club, which I respect and which I understand to a certain degree. And the thing is, Kai Havertz has been a real bone of contention for a lot of Arsenal fans. We paid 65 million for him, believe it or not, 65 million. And what have we got back in return? He hits off then on international duty with Germany, a friendly against Turkey, which the Germans actually lost 3-2. He puts in a man of the match performance and actually scores a goal. So go figure, guys, what's going on there. I honestly don't have a clue. But I hope that when he comes back to the Arsenal training camp, back to London Colony, that he actually can reproduce a bit of that form for us and bring it into matches. I don't think he will. I don't think that's possible. I just don't think he's at any required level. I think he can do it in a friendly, but in a real game, he lacks a certain he lacks something without a doubt. So we could be in a really bad position there, no doubt. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. What can I say? It is what it is. Yeah, let's just get straight into it, guys, about Kai Havertz, okay? Anyway, I want to start and thank everybody for your continued support on my channel. Anyway, you know who you are. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a collaboration on the 30th of this month. I'm going to be going on Anthony's channel, so people can come and check that out, yeah. The nearer it gets to the stream, I'll actually be putting it on my socials, on my social media, and I'll be advertising it, that I'm actually going live. So, something to look forward to, guys. Big time. I'm really looking forward to going on his channel. Really looking forward to it. So it's going to be fun, no doubt, all the way. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to that. You know what I mean? One of the big things I plan to do is actually collaborate more with people and do more collaborations to kind of get my channel out there. So that's it, basically. I just want to do more collaborations. You know what I mean? I want to get my channel out there. I want to be recognized a little bit more. And for people to actually come and support my channel, real fans of football are what I need. All right, guys. But yeah, Kai Havertz, I swear to God, all the times we have needed him to put in performances like that, and he's been absolutely atrocious. Then he goes on and he does something like that for Germany. Go figure. I don't really understand what's going on with him. I can't quite get it. It just doesn't seem to make sense to me, to be honest. I just don't know what's going on with the man. Yeah. I mean, his performances have been, guys, seriously, like, I mean, his performances have been absolutely. He's giving nothing to the team. You know what I mean? Absolutely nothing. All right, man. What's going on, guys? He's been the number one. He's been commenting more than anyone else, guys, on my channel recently. And he's always been first in with the comment. And here he is again, guys. It was between you and Anthony. I kind of knew you were going to jump in on it. Yeah, evening, man. I hope you're keeping well, yeah? I hope you're doing well. I have the day off today, thank God. I had one hell of a day yesterday. There was a cook-off in work. And yeah, I did a little bit of content when I was on my break yesterday, but there was a cook-off in work yesterday. So I was in for about. I got up at 10 a.m. yesterday, and I got home for about. It was like 1 a.m., 1:30. So yeah, yesterday was a long day, man. We had a cook-off in work, so we had a cook-off in work because we have a new menu actually starting today in the restaurant. So we got a chance to taste the new menu. It was very good. I really enjoyed my my apple tart and my crunchy cheesecake. And the katsu burger and I was eating all around me, by seriously, chips and gravy and the whole lot was going on. But yeah, it was fun, but it was a long, long, long ass day, man. Seriously, it was a long day. You know what I mean? And I've been tired the last 2 days anyway, so I haven't been sleeping too well. That's the worst for you, lads. It'll keep you awake at night. You know what I mean? It'll keep you awake at night. But you got to focus on the future, guys. You got to focus on the future in your lives. So you can't be looking behind you. You know what I mean? You can't be looking behind you. Yeah, getting to work as well is the thing, man. Getting to work as well is a bit of a, London being London. Like, you know what I mean? There's traffic all over the place. And I like to take the bus because it's cheaper. I'm not the manager, you know what I mean? I'm just a worker. So save a bit of money, I take the bus. But yesterday I got there pretty quick, but it was still a long ass day. You know what I mean? And I was tired beforehand, like, I'm not gonna lie. You know, mate, he scored for Germany while he put in a man of the match performance. He was absolutely smashing the ball into the roof of the net. He was actually very good for them, but then he can't do it for us. Yeah, he's still getting a free pass from some of our fans because he scored a penalty for us. He's another Ozil. I don't understand what the problem is though with like playing him. I mean, if he's doing what he's doing in games, he's got to be doing that in training. You know what I mean? It's not like he's Pele in training, then he gets onto the pitch and he's crap. You know what I mean? He doesn't go from playing like Declan Rice in training to then playing like Kai Havertz in the matches. So why play him at all? He's not worthy of a starting place. He's not worthy of a place in the 11. And playing him in the midfield, he's absolutely useless. Rice is the one that's covering all the ground. Rice is trying to do everything. You know what I mean? And we didn't buy Rice for him to be a donkey. He's a creative player, a fighter. He doesn't mind putting in a shift for the team, but we need guys that are going to complement him in midfield. You know what I mean? Work in tandem. Thomas Partey did that, in fairness to him. People say about Partey's injuries, but he stood up and he was counted. You know what I mean? And he did his very best for us. No doubt. You know what I mean? Regardless of this, regardless of that, Partey always did his best. He's no Emmanuel Petit. He's no Patrick Vieira. Either was Rice, of course. But they do their best for us. You know what I mean? Just like Saliba and Gabriel at the back do their best. You know what I mean? But we can't be carrying Kai Havertz any longer. Can't be carrying him. You know what I mean? Seriously, man. Mate, you do some mad hours. That phone sounds banging. Yeah, they have like a katsu burger, yeah, and chips, and it's proper katsu chicken in the burger, yeah. It looks decent, trust me. I tasted it. It's a little bit spicy, but it's good stuff. You know what I mean? There's a bit of fight in it. It was cooked just right. You know, it's not too watery. Good texture to it, you know, good consistency. I sound like Gordon Ramsay, no. I actually sound like Gordon Ramsay. Luckily, I don't look like him. But yeah, the food is good, man. And the desserts are proper portions, like the apple tart and the crunchy cheesecake. Top notch, man. Number one with a bullet. And yeah, they've got some good stuff going on there. They've got some good stuff going on. You know what I mean? They have some vegan options. They have some gluten-free options, of course. He's done absolutely nothing to warrant that price tag. I'm sorry, but if he does nothing for us by the end of the season, then we need to bin him. Exactly, man. Exactly. And you know what the thing is? We paid 65 million for him. 30 million, it's all good. You know what I mean? But 65 million is serious money, man. Like we paid 100 for Rice. All right, that's big bucks. But he's the real deal, yeah? He's proven and he's doing it. He has taken that form from West Ham and he is reproducing it for Arsenal and for England time and time again. You know what you get with Declan Rice. You know what I mean? He'll give you everything, non-stop. He'll give you all he has. You know what I mean? He'll leave a performance out there. He's not resting on his laurels. But Havertz, seriously, like, I mean, we paid 65 million for him, man. And now we could do with spending money on a midfielder and getting a centre forward, and we blew all that money on him. Like, it would be perfect if he stepped up, if he came through and started to deliver for the team. You know what I mean? It would be perfect if that happened. He came through and he stepped up. It's like we make a saving then because we don't need to go back into the transfer market and spend more money because we have a ready-made player there. If he suddenly turned the corner and banged in 20 goals, but we all know he won't. Even Stapes, man. I know I've seen Stapes on my channel. Yeah, Wayne Stapleton. He's a diehard Gooner, guys. But even Stapes has defended Mikel Arteta to the last, yeah. He fights to the death for Arteta. But even though he is saying that the signing of Havertz was a big mistake, and that is undermining Mikel Arteta's development of the team. Even Stapes is saying that the signing of Havertz was a mistake, and the whole signing is undermining the team and undermining Arteta's legacy because he's only got 2 more seasons by Stapes reckoning, this season and last season. So all the good work he's done, Declan Rice, Saliba, the way he's trying to get the team playing, there have been a lot of positives. He's undermined himself in one move with that signing of Kai Havertz. Clueless, you know what I mean? I mean, any development, anything we were doing, he set us back, you know what I mean? And the signing of Havertz, he's a nothing player, you know what I mean? Seriously. So that's how we see it, guys. That's how we see it. Even my man Stapes, you know, he tells the truth, yeah. He tells it like it is. He's done absolutely nothing to warrant that price tag. I'm sorry, but if he does nothing for us by the end of the season, then we need to bin him. It's already been too late in my eyes, man. He's really setting us back. You know what I mean? We're struggling. Big time. Poor Declan Rice, like I said, we didn't buy him to be a donkey for the team. You know what I mean? We didn't buy him to be running around like a headless chicken supporting the team. All right, sorry guys, someone just texted me. They're having a bit of fun. Eddie was getting an award for the business he's done at Arsenal. Fucking laughable. Runnerson, Cedric, Mari, Lakonga, El Neni, Nudil, Willian, Vieira. Exactly. I mean, where do you start, man? You know what, McManus? That's Edu is getting an award for the business he's done in Arsenal. See, that's what I like about you, McManus. You know what I mean? You tell it as it is, yeah. You don't sugarcoat things. If the team are doing well, you tell it as it is, yeah. And if the team aren't doing too bad and people are getting praised when they don't deserve it, you tell it too. You know what I mean? And I like that about you, man, because if you see things are wrong, if you see something that isn't working, something that's not right, you talk about it. And if the team are doing well and they deserve praise, you give them praise. You know what I mean? You're not negative and you're not positive. You're fair. You always give a fair analysis and you tell it like it is. And that's why I like you, yeah. And that's why I like you being on my channel. Obviously you're a nice guy too, but you tell it as it is. You talk straight. And like the Irish, we talk straight, yeah. Sometimes we can be a bit too straight, but I tried to pull that back myself personally. I try not to be what I was like in my own country, very straight talking. But that's what I like about you, man. You tell it as it is. Like, look at this, guys, right? Edu getting the award. Okay, fair enough. But look what he's getting it for. Look, fucking laughable. No. Let's approach it with an open mind, yeah? Runnerson. Cedric. Mari. Regardless of Mari's football, yeah? Not good enough for the club, but I will always big up Pablo Mari after that terrible incident in Milan when he was stabbed, yeah? Unprovoked stabbing in that supermarket in Milan. So big up to Pablo Mari, man. Gooner forever. Lakonga, El Neni, new deal. El Neni is an awful player. Willian, Vieira, Jorginho, Havertz, 65 million, but give it a new deal to Eddie and Ketia. What is he doing right? You know what I mean? What is he doing right? A new deal. Like, I saw the pictures of him when he was over in Manhattan, yeah? And he was over in Brooklyn, I think, in the summer. He was over at NYC with the boys and with his lady. Yeah, man, cool. I'm all for it. Like, let him enjoy life. But he needs to be putting it in on the training ground first. Like, I couldn't go away to Berlin or wherever, the US, if work wasn't going well for me, and then I go back into work and I'm spending the money and I'm living the life. First things first, yeah, he has an obligation to Arsenal Football Club to be doing more than he's doing. If he's not good enough, he needs to just walk away. We can't be carrying people like him, carrying Eddie. Eddie isn't good enough. He's not scoring any goals. He'll do it against Sheffield United, with all due respect to Sheffield United, yeah. He'll score against them when they're not even defending. Terrible defending, yeah. He'll score a hat-trick. People lauding him. Oh, Nketiah, wow, Arsenal, what a win. The game against Newcastle, not the only game, guys. He doesn't do it against a proper team. With all due respect to Sheffield United, a team with a better defence, he's nowhere. They're all over him. He doesn't have a hope in hell. And his finishing is the worst I've ever seen. He doesn't know where the goal is. I mean, serious now. Eddie, a new deal. Havertz 65 million. We might need to go back in for another midfielder now, but that 65 million that we blew on Havertz, that we wasted, it's not going on. So we wasted the money. We got nothing for it. Nketiah, a new contract. Havertz has been firing. And Arteta's saying then we don't need a new striker, that the goals are going to come from be shared around the team. We need a centre forward, a focal point in the attack to complement the team after banging at least 20 goals a season. There's too many fans that are happy to settle for mediocre. I can't. I say it as I see it. I want the best for this club. Can you imagine if in your job you did your job poorly? You'd be sacked. Exactly. I'd be out the door, man. And I got rent to pay. I'm on my own. You know what I mean? They don't realize, I honestly think, man, that there's a lack of connection there's a lack of connection between the players and reality, the real life, what the fans go through. People like you and me, working class people that have worked hard all their lives for the little they have, just to survive. They're like superstars. The money they get paid, the way they get treated, the life they have, they don't realize. They just don't know, man. Seriously, like. And it is mediocre. As soon, right, as Eddie scored that hat-trick against Sheffield United, everybody was praising him and lauding him, and I think that's all good, man. But let's not overdo things. People were trying to say he's this and he's that. He's not at that level. He's not at the level required for Arsenal. He scored a hat-trick against Sheffield United's weak defence, against a weak team. A team that were bottom of the league. A team that hadn't won a game all season, I think. You know what I mean? They hadn't scored any goals. We battered them. You know what I mean? And he got a hat-trick against no one defending against them. And then, of course, a lot of the fans were quick to jump on that as if to say, well, there you go. Eddie's good enough. You know what I mean? It's disgusting. Honestly, man. It's disgraceful, like, for fans to be doing that. They obviously don't care, man. Get Ivan Toney. I say it all the time, but I really think he do a good job at Arsenal. He's a goal scorer. And you know what the thing is about Toney as well, man? Like, I like Ollie Watkins, yeah? I've made no secret of the fact that I like Watkins. But Ivan Toney is one of the boys. Toney is a man from the road. He's like a road man. You know what I mean? He's one of these boys. He's a fella from the streets. I don't know how anyone ever realised that about Toney, but Toney is one of the lads. Serious, man. He is a man. He is a warrior out there. Toney has got attitude. He's a cheeky boy. He's not a quiet lad, Toney. That's what you need as well. He can handle himself out there on the pitch. You know what I mean? He will not be bullied and pushed around by anyone. Toney is an animal, in my opinion. I've seen the guy. Jesus, I would have messed with him in a million years. But if I saw Toney out on the road there now, lads, and I'm a big fella, yeah? Anyone that's met me, I'm a big lad, yeah? But if I saw Toney out on the road there now, I'd walk the other way. I'd turn across the street and go the other direction. Toney is a warrior. He's one of the boys. He can handle himself. When the game gets physical, he's not going to be bullied off the ball. He's an animal. Toney has got that aggression, and that's what I like. He's an animal out there. And that's what you need to be, guys. He can protect himself out on the field. He doesn't get bullied off the ball. He's a cheeky fella. You know what I mean? That's what I like about him. He's one of the lads. He is like that. Anyone that doesn't see it, they're not living in the real world. Toney's a monster. You know what I mean? He can give it, man. Like Roy Keane, he can give it. That's what I like about him too. He stands up for himself. You know what I mean? He doesn't take any crap. Big up, Wall Skool. Havertz was in the left pass position, if I'm not mistaken, so I'll pick Tommy Asu for that position. Yeah, he was in the left back position by Nagelsmann. Julian Nagelsmann, the German coach, played him in that position. Yeah, but you know what the thing was? It was a friendly, yeah? They lost anyway, the Germans, but look, his performance was man of the match. But he's not going to turn that performance into a performance for Arsenal. We need him now. We needed him back in August when the season started. We're now almost into December. The new year is around the corner. It's the other players that have been doing the business for Arsenal that have got us where we are. Not Havertz. And everyone is supporting him. The fans are supporting him. The players are supporting him. With that penalty he scored there, I get it. And he should be supported because he needs the support. But the problem is, we're not actually We're not actually. He's a passenger, guys. We're carrying him. Look, I would love to be talking about something else on my stream now, yeah. I would love to be talking about how good the defense are doing and how great the midfield is and how great Havertz has been for us this season. I don't want to be talking about negative things like this. But the fact of the matter is, if anybody saw my stream with Stapes there a couple of days ago, he has supported Mikel Arteta all the time, non-stop. He doesn't waver. He's not weak. But even he has come out and said that Arteta has almost ruined his legacy and the improvement that he has got at Arsenal now, if you want to call it that, has been jeopardized now by the signing of Havertz. Because he reckons, Stapes reckons, if I only watched my stream 2 days ago with him, we did like a 4-hour live stream. He reckons that Mikel Arteta has 2 seasons left, including this season. And he's after selling himself back by signing Havertz because it takes away from everything we have in the team. It takes away from the good players we have in the team because he weakens us. The great defenders, the great attackers we have, the strong midfield with Declan Rice and Partey when he's fit, the brilliance of Leandro Trossard recently. You know what I mean? Trossard always leaves it out there. He puts in a performance. All of that has been jeopardized by the signing of Havertz now and Arteta's legacy. We're nowhere near winning the league this season, guys, than we have since 2004. We're not any nearer. We're not any closer to winning the league than any other time in the past. We're no closer. Let's have it right. Anyone that thinks we're closer to winning the league than we have been since 2004, you're dreaming. We're no closer to winning the league. No closer. Last season was like a flash in the pan. People thinking we're the bee's knees. This season we're going to go do the double or the treble or we're going to win the league or whatever. That's not realistic, lads. That's not going to happen. Seriously, I don't think we'll win the league again in my lifetime. I'm honestly worried about that. I think I'm going to die. Seriously, guys. Not getting any younger. I think I'm going to die before we win the league again because I can't see it happening. And I would love to see Arsenal win the league again in my lifetime, I would love that. I would fly over wherever I am in the world, guys. I would fly over to Islington for the celebration, for the parade. You know what I mean? As soon as Eddie got the hat-trick against Sheffield United, some of our Arteta sexuals were saying we don't need a striker. We've got Eddie. Exactly. They use it as justification, and that's what I don't like. They were using it as justification. But yeah, sorry guys, someone texted me there. But that's how I see it, I mean, we gave him a slating before the Germany game, myself and Stapes. We absolutely destroyed Kai Havertz. Then he goes out and produces a performance like that. I am going to talk about the David Dean situation, guys. David Dean, whichever way his name is pronounced. He came out and he criticised Mikel Arteta openly for Arteta's criticism of the referees and VAR, this and that. Dine has come out and said his bit. I'm going to talk about that later, or maybe 8 o'clock. I'll do a second stream. But yeah, the whole Havertz situation. I mean, I don't know if you actually see the Havertz goal. McManus, if you have a link for the goal, because I've tried to find the goal online, I saw his performance in the game a little bit. but I didn't see the actual goal he scored. So if you have a link for the goal, send it to me on WhatsApp, McManus. I'd appreciate it, man. If you could find the link for that goal, yeah, because I want to see the Havertz goal. I want to see what it was like. Like, I think I'm right in saying that was a friendly, right? Germany have already qualified for the Euros. It wasn't a competitive game. They lost it 3-2. His performance was good, but I need to see the goal, yeah. I want to see for myself. Was it soft? What was the defending like? I mean, he's a quiet guy, you know. I would like Ivan Toney, but he's not worth 100 million. I'd rather get Watkins for 65 or there roundabouts. Yeah, I like Watkins too, man. And if we can get it at, Watkins is back on it this season. He's firing in the goals. Watkins is a baller and he's a big, strong physical player. I mean, he's a strong guy. He's got a tremendous shot. I mean, he blasts it in. The goalie has no chance with him. He's got pace to burn. He's got a very hard shot here. He's quite strong. But Toney is an absolute animal, man, out there. Toney is an animal. Seriously. And like I said, he's a bit of a scumbag on the field. And I mean that in a positive way, guys. I mean that in a positive way. Toney's a bit of a scumbag on the field. And it's a good thing. He can look after himself out there. No one's going to come in and tackle him like, and get away with it if they tackle him unfairly. He stands up for himself. He's a warrior. So there we go. So anyway, Anthony, I'm looking forward to our stream, man. I know it's 10 days away, but I'm already getting excited. You know what I mean? So, yeah. 2 seconds, guys. Got to get through a couple of quick comments. If Arteta fails to win the league this season, would you get shot of him? For me, he has to go. He's been here all this time, and I don't really see any change. I'll be honest with you, man. I'll give him next season as well. Respectfully, to your opinions and your beliefs, McManus. You and me, we go a bit back. Yeah, we know each other well. We go back a bit. I would respectfully give him next season also. But after that, look, we can't be waiting. Look, it's been since 2004. I mean, all the progress we have made has been undermined by the signing of Havertz. It is what it is, man. Honestly, I mean, I don't think he'll ever win the league with us anyway. I don't think Arteta is capable of winning the league. I can never see it happening. I can't actually physically see it happening. I cannot see him lifting up the trophy. I cannot see the open top bus coming through Islington with him and ending up at Islington Town Hall like in the days of Wenger and Vieira and Petit. I can't see that happening, guys. I can't see Mikel Arteta being champion. I can't see it. I just cannot see that, guys. Seriously. How are the lads? How are you, mate? I'm good. I'm delighted to have a day off. Yeah? I'm delighted to have a day off, man. I bring this stream to people. I'm going to be back on at 8 o'clock talking about the whole situation with Mikel Arteta and David Dean. Should be an interesting one, but I'm good, man, and I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're keeping well. And sorry, the other day I got you mixed up with that Newcastle YouTuber. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I think he's the Dread Geordie. He's a dreadlocked Geordie. Yeah, a dreadlocked Newcastle fan. Sorry that I got you mixed up. Yeah, my apologies. I felt like a right muppet after that. Especially because you're coming on supporting my channel. I was like, geez, man. I was trying to take my foot out of my mouth. You know what I mean? It wasn't easy to talk with my foot in my mouth. Seriously, man. Kai Havertz in left back is just hilarious, mate. Yeah, but how did he play all this? If anybody has the McManus, if you could find his goal, yeah, because I was looking online for his goal. But the goal, like, if anybody, McManus, if you have the goal, yeah, send it to me because I tried to find it online, yeah, and every time I went into a link, it was some player playing FIFA. It was clickbait. All these boys playing FIFA. I mean, I just wanted to strangle someone. I've seen some of the highlights, but I didn't see the goal. Maybe it's uploaded now. I haven't looked in a while, but to be honest, the whole situation with him and the performance of Germany, the way he plays for us, is sickening. You know what I mean? Sickening, man. Just sat down Watching The Chase, the question. That is an excellent show, man. I love that show. The Chase is excellent. I haven't watched it in a long time, but excellent, man. The question was, what Premier League team got a cannon outside the stadium? My missus said Everton. I just burst out laughing. I said it was Arsenal. Just sat down watching The Chase. Question was, what Premier team got a cannon outside the stadium? Jesus, there's only one team would have a cannon outside the stadium. And even gave it to you. They said Premier League, man. Oh my god. CRC, get her to come on the stream on the 30th as well, man. Get her to come on the stream as well on the 30th. She's an Arsenal fan now. She in a piss. Good to see he can play any position, but he needs to improve in a particular position, I believe. Man, he's not scoring goals. He's not scoring goals. He scored one from the penalty spot. They gave him a penalty, and somehow he managed to convert it. I think the goalkeeper was blindfolded or something when he took the shot. He's not imposing himself with any authority. You know what I mean? He's not imposing himself. And if Arteta thinks he can change the fortunes of the club and he can change Havertz's fortunes, he was more than delighted to come to Arsenal because his days at Chelsea were numbered. He was more than delighted to take the money, come to our club. But he's not done anything to repay that. We paid 65 million for him. Chelsea are the ones that made out like bandits, guys. Now mind Willian and David Luiz and all these players they gave us. They sent Mason Mount to United and they sold Havertz to us. They're laughing all the way to the bank, man. Two crap players. You know what I mean? Two rubbish players. She's an Arsenal fan, I mean. Tell her to sub to my channel with her Google account. She might, you know what I mean? Tell her if she's got a Gmail, sub to my channel, man. I'd appreciate it. Everyone sub to my channel. I'm trying to hit 2K. I need another 129. No need of apologies made. It happens. Cheers. I felt like a bit of a muppet, though. I honestly thought that was you, the dreaded Gunner. I was like, what am I talking about? They're two different people. I was like, I thought you had a channel, you know? Oh, I swear. Sometimes I just embarrass myself by I put my foot in my mouth. I couldn't get it out. I'm listening to music at the same time here now, guys. Not being rude to you. Let me just change this. There we go. A little bit of Russ Millions. Let's get up on it. Let me just check something quick, Jordy, before I ask you the question. 1 second, man. I got a question for Jordy coming up. Here we go. All right. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Your next game is against Chelsea, Jordy. You've got Chelsea at St. James's Park. How do you think that game is going to go, yeah? What's your thoughts on that game? All the talk of Ivan Toney, actually, Arsenal are away at Brentford. Of course, Toney is suspended until next year because of the match-fixing allegations. But so Newcastle have Chelsea and Arsenal are away to Brentford. But how do you see that going then, Jordy? How do you see that going? You think you can win that game? What are your thoughts on that match? That is a tough game, though, man. Chelsea they've been going at it recently. I can't wait to see the Man City-Liverpool game. That's going to be an absolute cracker. But yeah, this Saturday it's Newcastle-Chelsea, Brentford versus Arsenal, and Man City playing Liverpool. And Everton, of course, they have a massive game coming up against Man United. They've been docked 10 points. They're down in the relegation zone now. They need to beat United. They need to beat them. That game is on the Sunday. Whereas Arsenal's game away at Brentford, Newcastle hosting Chelsea, and Man City Liverpool. City hosting Liverpool is on the Saturday. The Everton United clash is on the Sunday. That's this weekend, guys. But how do you see that game going, Jordy? I mean, your thoughts on it? Chelsea are on it at the moment, man. Chelsea are on it. You need to be... That's going to be a real game. It's interesting, mate. If we are good in home record and they are good at away record this season, yeah, they had an incredible game against Manchester City. Yeah, they just did not give up in that game. Chelsea. I mean, it's not just all about ability. The chips were down. The shit had hit the fan. Part of my language, guys. But they were up against the Chelsea, and they did not give up in that game. They kept rolling forward against Manchester City. They kept going forward at every opportunity, and they put real pressure on City. They did not give up. They kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And City had Rodri back. I mean, they're no soft touch. He was back in the midfield. They kept rolling forward. Newcastle have been incredible over the last 12 months, even longer. Sometimes it's hit and miss with them, like Arsenal, like my own team, Arsenal guys. They stutter sometimes, but with Fabi and Cher in there, they have a fantastic team. It's a really interesting game. But Chelsea are on it right now. Newcastle needs to be careful at the back, yeah, because Chelsea have got the real bit between their teeth at the moment. I'm glad Arsenal are playing them. That's all I would say. I'm just glad that Arsenal are not playing them right now because we could get found out. You know what I mean? Chelsea are, yeah, they're going well right now. I wouldn't like to be playing them anyway, that's for sure. But Newcastle, if they can recapture the form that they absolutely trashed PSG, they have beaten many teams this season. I mean, running riot against United. And of course, they beat Arsenal. Good result for them. They beat a good Arsenal team, man. They beat a good Arsenal team. People can say what they want, but we were completely we were outmatched in that game. They overpowered us. We had nothing to say. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We can't really complain in that game, man. They were on top of us. All right, 1 second, guys. I'm just going to check the analytics on this. Hey, 1 second. Okay. Let's see. I've already got 5 likes on the video anyway, so big up, man. Kai Havertz scores for Germany. 6 likes. New position unlocked. One second, I see there's a comment there coming in from Anthony. 1 second, Anthony, man. I'm just doing a bit of jiggery pokery on my channel. All right. I'm just lining something up. 1 second now. One second, guys. I'm just trying to. One second, guys. Just trying to get the analytics on this video. It's not been working recently on my channel. It's the same. It's like, no, it's weird. Victor Boniface is on Arteta radar. He plays in Germany. He's a striker. I haven't seen his stats of yet. Yeah, but we're mid-season now, man. Like, I mean, we're mid-season. You know what I mean? Victor Boniface. Okay, he's a Nigerian player. He plays for Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, look, he's a big, strong guy. Yeah, there's no doubt. He's a monster. Victor Oko Boniface is a Nigerian professional footballer who plays for Bundesliga club Bayer Leverkusen Nigerian national team. He's 23 years of age, guys. Yeah, he'll be turning 23 in December. He's 6'3". He's got 7 goals in 10 games. That's a lot more than Havertz, guys. That's a lot more than Havertz, guys. But he's been scoring regularly for any club he's played with. He's been among the goals. 7 goals in 10 games, guys, is quite the return. Imagine if he had played, in the Premier League, he'll be up against better defenses, in my opinion. The game is more physical. But this guy is young, he's fit, and he's very, very strong. He's fit and he's strong. He only signed for them in July, so this is his first season with Leverkusen, and he's already scored 7 goals in 10 games. The guy is quality. There's no doubt about that. His second game, guys, he scored twice away against Borussia Mönchengladbach. He made his debut for the Nigeria senior team, where he proved an assist in that game. He's definitely a great player, guys, definitely. He's no Ivan Toney. Let's have it right. Yeah, he plays for Bayer Leverkusen. He plays for Bayer Leverkusen. I've been to Leverkusen. It's a very tough town. Anybody that doesn't know Leverkusen, you take your life on your hands walking through Leverkusen, lads. I'm not joking. And I'm Irish. It's a tough town up there. It's like forgotten about almost. The city centre's like rough out, man. Rough out. Just listen to some Dublin rap there, guys. Straight out of Dublin. Sounds weird. Yeah, it says for about 45 million. Yeah. Something to think about, yeah. I mean, we're probably never going to get Ivan Toney. We're probably never going to get We're probably never going to get God damn it. I need to switch back on there, guys. We're probably never going to get Ollie Watkins. We're probably never going to get Ivan Toney. But maybe this guy's worth a try. Ben White, Tomiyasu, and Jesus are all out injured. Brentford are going to beat us then. Straight up, guys. Yeah, Brentford are going to beat us. Should never have let Tierney go on loan. That's another thing, man. He was back up. You know what I mean? We had good backup there in an international footballer. You know, he's international. He plays regularly for his national side. I mean, he's good quality, and he linked well with Martinelli on the left as well. They had a good understanding on that side, and he gives us a different option compared to the politician, yeah, Zinchenko, who plays inverted. He gives us a different option to him, yeah. And like I said, he's solid up on the left hand side with Martinelli. They had a good working, and Tierney did the simple things well. Yeah? Obviously, when he wasn't getting regular games, and Zinchenko was starting ahead of him, and then when Tierney came in, of course he was unsettled. He wasn't at his best because he wasn't getting regular game time. He was being used as a bit player. Of course, his form was. He was coming into the team, and he was unsettled a bit because he wasn't getting regular game time. So his last couple of performances for Arsenal, I wouldn't read too much into them because he was blunted. He wasn't getting proper game time. Never mind, we play Havertz at left back, he might get a goal against Brentford. Maybe he will, though. Maybe he will. But yeah, let's play Havertz at left back. Let's see what he can do for us. So. I honestly don't think there's going to be much going on there, to be honest. But anyway, maybe left back, he's the maestro, yeah? He's like the Pied Piper. I don't know that. I don't fancy it. Just 1 second, guys. Let me check something. Let me just see how this video is doing because I can't see it anymore. All right, 1 second, guys. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just tucking into a nice bubble and squeak with eggs and bacon. Fucking hell. You're making me jealous, man. Seriously. What are your thoughts on England versus North Macedonia? Well, as an Irishman, come on, North Macedonia. You know what I mean? As an Irishman, let's win this one for North Macedonia, guys. Let's win this one for the Irish. I don't know, but I honestly think that, well, look, let's look at the broader picture here. I think Southgate needs to go. I think England need to replace him. I'm going to talk about that first, and I'll talk about the Macedonia game, yeah. But I honestly think that Arteta needs Arteta. I think that Southgate needs to go. I think that he's had enough opportunity with the team to do something. He's not getting any better. I think with the players that he has, at his disposal, I know, yeah, I was saying Arteta outright. I'm hardwired. No, but I think that Southgate has to leave. I think he should step back. I think that with the amount of time and opportunities he's had, I think he's. I honestly think that he needs to. Yeah. It's just the way things are. Yeah, I think that he really needs to step back as coach. I don't think he'd ever do anything good with England. I think that it's a waste of the player's talents. I don't think he has balls as a manager. I honestly don't think he has balls. And it doesn't have to be a foreign manager. I see Anthony here mentioning Mourinho will be the next England manager. Watch the space. It doesn't even have to be a foreign manager, but I just don't think Southgate has the wherewithal to get the best out of this team. This is the best England squad. And I'm an Irishman, guys, yeah, so I'm going to speak openly here. Yeah, I'm not biased. I am not biased, yeah. I am not biased. I'm an Irishman. It does not bother me what happens with the English national team. One Saka doesn't get injured, it's all good, baby. But I'm not biased, guys. I'm not an English football fan, and I do not support the English national team. So I tell it like it is. I'm an Irish fan. I like the Irish team. But we're crap. He's not good enough. And this is the best England team I've ever seen. The amount of players you have in this squad, I mean, this is such a good team. They have so many good players. It's unbelievable how many good players they have. Where do I start? Bellingham, Stones. the goalkeeping positions. They've got so many good players. The forwards, Kyle Walker at the back, Luke Shaw, the Manchester City contingent, yeah, Foden, Stones, the strikers. I mean, seriously, with the squad you have, guys. I remember I was watching the World Cup last year, and I was at the hotel, and obviously a lot of people stayed in with their kids to watch the game on the big screen in the hotel. Yeah? I'm working in a hotel in central London, guys. So we were all watching the game. And one thing hit me from the game against France. Obviously, you lost, you got knocked out. The one thing that hit me in that game was Southgate's inactivity, his lack of edge to make a telling decision in the game, to make a telling decision. Like, even at the end of the game, you should have thrown the kitchen sink at them in those last 10, 15 minutes. All the qualification, all the games he went through to get to that point, to qualify for the tournament. And that's the way he's going to go out. He didn't play his strongest hand, and he didn't throw caution to the wind. In those situations, guys, it's do or die. You have to take a risk. He took no risk. You have to risk it. You were 2-1 down. You were going out of the tournament, and France were in cruise control. They had you. They were defensively solid. The midfield was holding together, and they were just running down the clock. Southgate didn't do anything to upset that rhythm. You have to risk it. You have to upset the momentum of the game. You have to switch it. And he didn't do anything, managerial-wise, to make the difference. So look at the players he had out there. Look at the players that are available to him. Seriously, guys, in that situation, he doesn't have the actual killer instinct, the cutting edge, to actually have the balls to step up and make a decision that's going to turn the game. And everything was riding on this game. His whole life was riding on this game. His whole career as a manager was riding on this. And he still didn't step up to the plate. Desperate times calls for desperate measures, guys. You've got to literally, like the Irish team under Jack Charlton back in the day, when we actually had a decent team under Big Jack. You have to throw the kitchen sink at them, guys. Put them under pressure was our song, yeah? That's what you got to do. And that's one thing he can't do. He doesn't make the decisions. Look at the players you have in the squad. England have never had a better team than this. They have never had a better squad than they have right now. That is my opinion. I'm being serious now. You've never had a better chance than winning the World Cup or winning the Euros than with this bunch of players. Southgate's not the right man for the job. Simple. Okay, that's my rant over. The North Macedonia game. 10-0 to Macedonia. That's my opinion. Let me see. I don't know much about them, though, to be honest. I don't know much about North Macedonia. So I didn't even know they were playing today. The qualifiers are coming thick and fast, man. Now, today's a Monday. The players will have plenty of time to get back and be ready for their Premier League games. Well, I see Jarrod Bowen is not going to be featuring this brilliant West Ham player. My opinion. I think it could be a tricky game. All joking aside, they're away from home. Macedonia haven't been doing too bad. I mean, considering. Okay, look, they got a point a game. They got 7 points in 7 games. But honestly, I think it could be a tricky one. Well, look, when they met last June in Manchester at Old Trafford, it finished 7-0 to England. So that tells you maybe the levels, the level difference. There is a bit of a drop off there in the levels. But the pressure is on England, yeah. The pressure's on England. But look, they won the last one 7-0. So, you know what I mean? On paper, they should win easily. But football's not played on paper, guys. It's played on grass. But England should get the best of that. I mean, the players they have out there. Mourinho will be the next England manager. Watch this space. His decision of choosing players is just horrendous. That as well, yeah. I mean, he doesn't go. He goes for the big names. He doesn't go for the foreign players. All right. So yeah, hopefully, I'm sure that game is on TV. Yeah, I'll actually watch it. I think as I'm streaming, I might actually put my phone. All right, let's see. Let me just check. Is that what game, what channel that actual match is on? That I can watch England suffer. All right, 1 second, guys. So I'm just going to see what channel that game is actually on later. So I can watch. Bro, I just saw the highlights of France 14-0 against Gibraltar. It's just violation, mate. These Euro qualifiers are a joke. But the thing is, I'm going to deal with that question in a minute, Anthony. Let me just. There we go. All right, get the focus on Gunnosaurus, because Gunnosaurus is under pressure here now. This is his first He is better than Jamie Carragher, though, in fairness, at the analysis. Like, Gunnosaurus is better than Jamie Carragher. I don't care what anyone says. And his English is easier to understand. I mean, Carragher speaks like, I don't know what's going on. I know what he's talking about half the time. I'd be like, what is he talking about? I can't understand him. Carragher speaks some kind of, I don't know what he'd be talking about. Gunnosaurus is better. All right. Bro, just saw the highlights of France 14 against Gibraltar. It's just violation, mate. Yeah. But you know what the thing is as well, man? I agree with you 110%. And thank you for all your comments supporting my channel. I mean that. And thank you to Anthony. And thank you to McManus, man. Thank you for supporting my channel, guys. Yeah, but I agree with you. But you know what the worst thing is? You know this better than me, right? Gibraltar. What good comes out of it for them? They don't learn anything. If you've ever played football, guys, you've been beaten 5-6-0. It's bad enough. 14-0. They don't learn anything from that. It's a pointless exercise. Like, we're meant to be teams like Gibraltar. They're meant to be developing, yeah? It's a mismatch. It's a mismatch. With all due respect to Gibraltar, yeah? France have a good team, yeah? As England found out last year. As Argentina almost got caught on the hop last year, yeah? They don't learn anything from that. What is the point of it? What is the point of it? What is the point of it? What's the point? You know what I mean? There's no point in that. Seriously. Absolutely no point. Pointless exercise, man. There's no development there for teams like Gibraltar. I mean, at some point, these teams have to level up, yeah, and make it a level playing field for all the teams. And if that makes it more difficult for my country, the Republic of Ireland, which it already is, if that makes it more difficult for England and France and Brazil and Argentina, then so be it. And of course, teams that are involved in the European qualification, England, France, Spain, Italy, the stronger teams. Switzerland, so be it. You know what I mean? You can't always use them as whipping boys, like Gibraltar need to develop at some point. Football in their country needs to develop. These performances, these results, these fixtures, they bring nothing to Gibraltar. What is the point? What is the point, man? Seriously, it does nothing for Gibraltar. Zero. Question to Gunnosaurus: who will be the next Arsenal manager after Arteta? All right, Gunnosaurus, you're being called upon. Anthony is definitely. I think when we do the stream together on the 30th, I think that Gunnosaurus needs to come on it. I think he needs to be involved. Who will be the next Arsenal manager after Arteta? Hey, just 1 second. He doesn't like to talk on camera, so wait a second. Shocking stuff there, guys. I should go to Hollywood. I am such a good actor. I should actually be a Hollywood, guys. Vieira. Not Fabio. Patrick. He thinks Patrick Vieira will be the next Arsenal coach. He thinks Patrick Vieira is going to be the next Arsenal coach. Can't be worse than Arteta. Patrick Vieira. You did ask, Anthony. You did ask, Mr. Herbert. You did ask. So there you go. That's what happens. All right. McManus, Big Sam. Jesus Christ, don't be saying that. David Dean, we'll take David Dean as manager because he's got something to say about Arteta, and I'm going to talk about that later. I think I'm going to switch my actual stream later to 7:45 instead of 8, and I'm going to do a watch along, like not a watch along, but I'm going to watch the England game. I'm going to watch the game as I'm going. That's going to be fun. Let me see. I bet I didn't even know England are playing. I'm half asleep these days, guys. Seriously. Okay, let me see. Yeah, not a bad choice. David Seaman wanted Patrick Vieira as well. The thing about Patrick Vieira is, and I'm not going to state the obvious because Anthony knows this better than me. Pete knows this better than me. Jordy probably knows it better than me. Mikel Arteta is not an Arsenal legend. He got into the job. He got under the radar with me because he's a former player. But he's not an Arsenal legend. Patrick Vieira is an Arsenal legend. On that merit alone, he deserves the opportunity. He was quality for the club all the way through. Think of his last kick of the game, guys. The penalty in the 2005 FA Cup against Man United, which we won. That was his last competitive action for Arsenal, and as he had been all throughout his career, he led by example from the front. When he stepped up for that penalty, guys, it was never in any doubt. And he won us the FA Cup in a largely one-sided game against United, where we were outplayed for 90 minutes. But when it came into the extra time and the penalties, guys, the team they found a new lease of life. And he captained that team. You know what I mean? And we beat one of the best United teams there ever was. And we were a lot of our players were on a downward slide at that point. But we beat them. And we won a cup. And we beat United in the final. And it was completely unexpected. Because the way the game had gone. Let me just see what channel the North Macedonia-England game is on. Channel 4. I should be able to see that. Let me turn on the TV here and see. All right, let's see. All right, yeah, I'll be able to watch the game. That's good. I'll be watching the game. So as I'm streaming, I'll be watching the game. So there you have it, guys. I'll be watching the game as I'm live, guys. Not a bad choice. David Seaman wanted Patrick Vieira as well. He is a legend, you know. He's a club legend. And he did his training courses. He put in his time over at New York City Football Club. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up the stream and I'm going to come back on at 7:45 when England are playing. All right. So come and check out my channel now. And I'll see you then, yeah. Thank you to Anthony for all your comments. I might see you later, Anthony. Thank you to Pete. Thank you to Jordy. Big up yourself, man. Question, old school. Who would you like in January? For me, I'll go for Pedro Neto from Wolves to help Saka. And that striker I told you about, good stats there. Yeah, there's some good stats in that striker, no doubt. He's a decent player. Yeah, Victor Boniface is a decent player. Who would I like in January? Well, if I had my choice, I'd go for Ivan Toney, of course. As a midfielder, yeah, the players we can get and the players that are realistic. I think it should have been, look, Ivan Toney is the one, yeah. Neves, yeah. Neves is a fantastic player, but really last summer it would have been Madison. Now it's hard to say who's available. I don't think there's a point. Look, Ward Prowse is a good player too, yeah. Ward Prowse is a good player, but I don't think there's a point. Like, look, if Madison was available, Madison, but he's not. I'm not going to say any other player at the moment apart from that. Let me do my homework and check it out. But last summer, when we were looking for players, look at the impact Madison has had at Spurs. And this isn't an Arsenal Spurs rivalry. Look at the impact he's had. He's a wonderful player. It's just a pity he's not available because we could have got him. I mean, if he's going to go to Spurs, he's going to come to Arsenal. What's the difference? Do you know what I mean? It's not like he went to Liverpool or he went to Real Madrid or he went to Bayern Munich. I mean, he went to Tottenham. We could have competed for Madison. Yeah? We could have got the player. But as a striker, Ivan Toney. Incredible player. Okay, I'll set you homework for our show. Let me know then. Yeah, sure. I'll have some homework to do, yeah. I'll get you with detention. Yeah. You'll get me banned off YouTube, is it? Banned off YouTube for life. You'll set up some phone tapping. Get me banned off YouTube, you know what I mean? The evidence will be overwhelming. I'll have to step back from my channel. You know what I mean? In fairness, YouTube, it'll be a bigger loss for YouTube than for the OSG. You know what I mean? It would be a bigger loss for YouTube than for me personally, because I am the man. I mean, people flock to my channel. Gunnosaurus, with his outspoken opinions, he sometimes gets me in trouble because he is outspoken. Let's be honest about it. He is outspoken. I mean, I think he's a T-Rex or something, even though he's green. So, they bite first and ask questions later. All right, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. See you at 7:45 p.m. Thank you to Anthony for your questions, and I'm looking forward to my homework, and I'm looking forward to our collaboration. And I hope you've had a nice day, yeah? And I hope you're working, I'd imagine, today. I hope work wasn't too hard for you, man. Like I said, you're in construction. Like you said, you're in construction. I hope you weren't out in bad weather or anything, See you at 7:45, guys. Come on, you gooners. Peace. All right, look, let me hold on for another minute. I get to an hour and a half. Are you staying? Do you want to lose old school, do we? Yeah, be a couple of topics we channel show about. He's talking about the channels, McManus. I mean, he's talking about the channel. Staying. I'll be staying on my YouTube, yeah. But I'm not staying in the UK, if that's what you mean. But I'll be staying on my channel. We were just joking there, yeah. Anthony was saying he'll get me. I was saying Anthony might get me banned off YouTube if I don't do do my homework, before our live stream. I'm going to have to do my homework and be ready for it. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm going to be tested. My information, my knowledge of Arsenal Football Club is going to be tested. I'm going to have to do some serious swatting. You know what I mean? I'm going to go to the library. There's a library across the road here. Imagine me in the library. You should see the way I look, guys. I just got prison tats all over. Although I haven't been in prison, my tattoos are like prison tats. So imagine me, nothing stylish about my tattoos, just all over my arms. Imagine me going into the library. People would be like, oh no, you know what I mean? There's a criminal coming in to learn the law so he can stay out of prison. No, guys, I just need to... No, I mean, are you staying and come back to the watch long? Ah, I didn't know what you meant by that there. Yeah, sorry. I have people texting me and I have this and I have that and I don't know what. And I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. Yeah, I'll be back at 7:45. All right. So I'll talk to you then, guys. All right. Come on, you gooners. See you then, guys. Peace. Adios, amigos. See you in a while.